My brothers and sisters. So gold is worth $4,000, a little more than $4,000 an ounce right now. And this psalm says that it's worth more. Join me in Psalm 119 and we're going to see the value of the word. I'm going to start in verse 113. I hate the double minded, but I love your law. You are my hiding place and my shield. What a beautiful verse. You are my hiding place and my shield. I hope in your word. Depart from me, you evildoers, that I may keep the commandments of my God. Uphold me according to your promise, that I may live, and let me not be put to shame in my hope. Hold me up that I may be safe, and have regard for your statutes continually. You spurn all who go astray from your statutes, for their cunning is in vain. All the wicked of the earth you discard like dross. Therefore I love your testimonies. My flesh trembles for fear of you, and I am afraid of your judgments. So in short, there's much to be afraid of in the milieu of Psalm 119. There's a lot to be afraid of that I'm not going to be afraid of. Why? Because I trust you more. I tremble before you more. I have fear of you. So let's talk about what biblical fear is. It means that I hold your thoughts in particular reverence. I honor the judgments that you have made. I hold your ways in holy regard. So it's more a respect. And what kind of environment is this mental process having to need to be done? Well, it's an environment where there are double-minded people, there's evildoers, there's those that wish to shame me. It's an environment that's not safe. People have gone astray. There's cunningness and there's wickedness. So it's kind of a comparison thing. We talked earlier in Psalm 119 that you will struggle with porn unless you love something greater. That's from verse 9. How can a young man keep his way pure? By guarding it according to your word. Verse 11. I have stored up your word in my heart that I may not sin against you. So similarly here, verse 120. My flesh trembles for fear of you. I'm afraid of your judgment. So I'll be less concerned with evildoers and shamers and double-minded and cunning people because I hold the Lord in honor and in reverence and in holy regard. Let me continue in the next stanza. This is verse 121. I have done what is just and right. Do not leave me to my oppressors. Give your servant a pledge of good. Let not the insolent oppress me. My eyes long for your salvation and for the fulfillment of your righteous promise. I love that. Deal with your servant according to your steadfast love and teach me your statutes. I am your servant. Give me understanding that I may know your testimonies. Verse 126. It is time for the Lord to act, for your law has been broken. Therefore, I love your commandments above gold, above fine gold. Therefore, I consider all your precepts to be right. I hate every false way. So let me repeat, same scenario, more oppression, more disobedience, more situation where the law has been broken. In fact, he describes these people as insolent, which means brazen and audacious and just flat out rude. So there's something in the psalm definitely to be opposed. So I hate every false way. There's lots to be voted against. And the psalmist, again, votes with his feet, his spiritual feet, if you will. He says he keeps declaring his allegiance to the Lord. I am your servant. That's who I am. It's who I belong to. It's time for you, Lord, to act. So he's calling out for who is the one that's primarily offended and who is the one that's primarily going to do something about this. And he prays for understanding. Help me to think in the right way. Give me understanding. And then the final point, which I wanted to capitalize on today, which is the treasure principle, which is I love your commandments above, what is it? Gold, above fine gold. So I consider your precepts in a certain way. Now, how am I going to set my mind? I'm going to set my mind as to knowing your word and your truths and your way is more valuable than gold. So I don't care if today is your first day is in Christ or it's your last day on the planet. This is what Christians are saying. My eyes long for you and your ways. My eyes long for your salvation and the fulfillment of your righteous promise. I long for your salvation, and that salvation is something only God can do. So I humbly ask for mercy, and mercy in the sense of asking that you deal with us in this kind way, according to the character of you rather than the characteristic of me. I trust in what you have done. I trust in the way you have done it, which is hesed. That's the steadfast love. That's God dealing with us who are occasionally or often rebellious people. And you have been steady, not rebellious and up and down. You've been steady the whole time. So, in conclusion, verse 123, my eyes long for your salvation and the fulfillment of your righteous promise. Verse 124, deal with your servant according to your steadfast love and teach me your statutes. And then the value, 127. Therefore, I love your commandments. How much? Above gold, above fine gold. So as we sit here today, gold is worth more than $4,000 an ounce. And this psalm is worth more. Thanks for listening.